Okay, so this story starts from a while ago. I haven't really like gone near this area or smoked in this area or anything in a really long time because honestly, I think this night single-handedly ruined smoking in this area for me. I used to be someone that would love to go to this area because it's right behind my house and there's literally a bench and there's such a nice area that you can go there and like just chill. There's literally a little playground next to it for kids, and like obviously it's not great to be like smoking near a playground, but like bro, when you went down the steps, there was a little area with like a picnic table and it was really cool, and you could just sit there and chill and like smoke with your friends, right? If it was like 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, even a little earlier, you know what I mean? That kind of time of night. There's not going to be any like kids coming around the park. There's not going to be nothing like that. So you're pretty much all clear, you know, in my state. So yeah, when I first started smoking, when I was probably like 16, I think, I would go down to this local area. And there was also a lot of spots near the river that I would do my homework at a lot of the time during the school season in high school. I had a Chromebook that my school would like rent to me. So basically I could go down there with my Chromebook, you know, do my work on my, what is it, like my notepads, my literal physical notepads and Chromebook. And it was kind of a good combo. I had some like pretty nice headphones that my dad bought me for I think my birthday or something. I got the Sony XM4s, which sadly actually broke pretty recently for me, but they are some really good headphones. So basically I had the whole setup. I had the noise cancellation, the cart, the Chromebook, and the notebook. But anyways, pretty much all that is besides the point, because what I'm gonna get down into the nitty and the gritty of the details of the function. I'm sorry, that was but basically it was probably about 11 o'clock, and there's not really like gang activity near where I live. Like there's not really a ton of gang activity, but there is like directly outside of the place that I live in. Like it's really weird because I live in like a relatively safe area, but if you literally go like outside of that at all, you'll see like some sort of gang violence, right? And so a lot of the time at night, like even areas pretty close to me will have like something going on. And so I'm not really involved in any of that. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling in the house playing video games, bro. I'm not really like, you know what I mean? I'm not really about all that. And so me and my sister would go out and smoke a lot, right? Because it's like, you know, you can go after hours and it's pretty cool, especially when I was in school. I would have like a stressful ass day. If it was like a Friday or something, you know what I mean? And I had like the local plug I had on my phone. I actually had a plug on my iMessages app. And I know that that sounds regular, but I usually use some sort of app, right? I don't just be on iMessages. But we had the local iMessages dealer, basically. But yeah, I took some shitty like pre-roll thing that I had, and me and my sister were planning on going out that night because we still couldn't smoke at home because our parents didn't know at this time. And so because our parents didn't know, you know, it was basically like we would have to go outside the house and we couldn't just go in the backyard or something. Like, you know, we would have to do the whole walk. And that was kind of scary because back then in high school, like I didn't really care as much. Like I would just be going out on walks all the time. That wouldn't even really be like an issue for me if it was just like 3 in the morning or even earlier, like 10 p.m. to 3 in the morning, which is like the hours that you should not go out, right? If someone asks you when should you not go out, you tell them those hours. Like that's when I was out and I was, you know, just walking around with no gun, nothing, no protection, like nothing. And that's just like crazy. Like you just, I don't know, you just really can't do that. You know what I mean? And anyways, that's besides the point. What I would do is I would go out to this local area that was basically like a wooded area kind of thing, like just a park. And I would go into the river area and smoke my blunt, and then the walk home would be like nerve-wracking. Like on the way home, I would be like nervous, especially because the weed was like hitting, you know what I mean? I'd be seeing shadowy figures in the dark and shit, especially when I was by myself. And that was like when I would see someone walking in the street, or like I would just sometimes run. Like sometimes I would just run because I was just so scared, and I was like, I don't know, bro. I would just like try to get out of that situation, you know, just human instinct kind of thing. But on this night, we went back into the wooded area, right? And normally we would just smoke at the park or like the bench, like everything I've mentioned so far. But if you go back, there's actually kind of like this hiking area. And if you keep going further back, even behind the hiking area, there's like the back of the woods, because it really like keeps going. Like it doesn't really stop. It takes a long time until the woods stop. But yeah, there's like a trail and you can walk along the trail. And so it was on like the very back part of the trail that we decided to walk to. We went all the way back there. Like, you have to go through, I think, literally like trees and stuff. It's like crazy. And then you get back there. We were walking on the gravel trail to get around it, and it was kind of a long walk, and honestly it was really dark at night too, which made it like even scarier, because you know, if it was daytime or something, there's like people out and it's not really that scary. There's like families and stuff, but like the second it gets like 10-11 p.m, people like kind of stop going there, right? Like people kind of just stop going to the park. And it's like, I never really knew why. I never really knew the reason, and I don't know if it even is this, but I just don't really see anyone ever like at the park at night, because we would go like smoke there all the time and stuff, and we thought it was like cool. But maybe this is why, because basically what happened is, as we were walking on the like gravel, we see 2 headlights light up, and it's a gravel path, barely big enough for like a golf cart, mind you. Like, if you could fit like 3 people on this track, right? And then it goes just into a 90-degree turn, and then there's like woods all behind it. And we see 2 bright headlights of like a Jeep Wrangler on the trail that cars do not go on. It's like a walking trail, like cars do not get here. It flashes and it starts coming towards us on the trail, and they're yelling things at us, and they're yelling like, we're gonna kill you, like we're gonna shoot you with hollow bullets, like crazy shit, right? They're yelling insane shit at us, because I think what happened, I think they were part of a gang, and they thought that we were like a different gang coming in onto them. And it's like, I don't think they realized that we were just 2 like dumb fucks, like 2 dumb fucks going and like smoking. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that they knew that that was like just us genuinely walking around, and not us like trying to, you know, we aren't the ops. I promise we are not the ops. But yeah, so it was really rattling. And then after, I think we just like walked, because what actually happened, right, while they were screaming that and running towards us, it was like, what do I do now? Because I had to act, because I already was feeling suspicious about the situation, because it was like dark out. I was looking around and I was like, what is, like, I don't know, it was just a negative aura, you know what I mean? I could just tell it was something weird. And so that's why when we turned around the corner, it was like the lights turned on, and I just like grabbed my sister, and I just like pulled her into the woods, like through like the bushes. Like, I think we got scraped up and stuff, and there's not really like a clear path. Like, there was some clear paths where you go into that, like the wooded area from the path, but this was like not one of those spots where that was like available. We had to go like through rose bushes or some bullshit. But yeah, I grabbed my sister, and then we ran down, and I took a hard right, and we just kept doing like 90s. And then we escaped. But like, yeah, we literally ran across, and then we could hear them like running in behind us and like yelling. And that was the scariest part. We were literally running, and I could hear them like 30 feet behind us, like in a couple turns of woods, like yo, where are you? Like, where are you at? And it's like, dude, I'm like 16, bro. Like, so I don't really remember the aftermath as much. I think that we basically just like kind of jogged home, because also before we took that extra walk, we did smoke up, right? We got to this back part before that was like an Adventure Time like passageway. Like, once you go back like really far into the woods, there's like a green meadow, and then it gets back into the trail with fences and stuff around it. But we were still in the meadows when we spliffed up, right? So that was also what made it pretty freaky, is we were like geeked for that. And then right after that happened, we had to run back, and literally like, you know what I mean? Like, it just made it so much scarier. You could hear the voices like echoing and stuff as you're running back. I think we basically just walked home, jogged home, like I said. And then when we got home, we were like, that was fucked up. Like, we almost died. That was fucked. And so, yeah, I mean, that's basically the story time. It was really hard on me, like, for a little bit. But it's not really, I don't think it's something that, like, gave me PTSD or anything. But it's probably, like, one of the worst moments of my life. I mean, I honestly, like, find myself thinking about it sometimes today. But it's like, you know, also it's one of those things where it's like, you kind of just, after you live that, have to, like, completely mark that location off of your map. Like, I do not go over there anymore. Like, I do not be going over there. And it's also kind of like, that's made me a lot more aware of my surroundings, I feel like, a lot of the time, which is good, you know. I feel like that's always a good thing. So I guess if you had to learn a lesson from this story, it would probably be to just watch out for where you are. Just look around, you know, look at your surroundings. Don't be like lame. And also just don't be dumb. Like, don't do that. Just don't like go out at night. Like, why would you do that? Like, you could just go to your backyard or go like, I don't know, like out front You know what I mean? Like, that's an idea. Like, I understand it, but like, why do we have to go all the way to the back? Like, why didn't we even just go to the front of like the freaking the wooded area? Like, why do we have to go all the way back? Like, that's literally, I don't know why we did that. Like, nothing good goes on there that late at night. It was like 3 in the morning or something. It was really late, I think. So yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe. This is my first video type in this style, so let me know if you like it. If you didn't like it, leave a like or a dislike below, and thank you guys for watching. This is WillVino, and I'm out.